Finally, after finishing my meal, I waited for a vehicle, and this one was also going to Xinjiang. The checkpoint allowed me to follow this vehicle, which meant they reluctantly agreed to let me enter the remote area. From here to the next checkpoint is nearly 600 kilometers of nothingness. Then the checkpoint specifically reminded me that if I went in, I would be taking that risk on my own. They wouldn't be responsible if anything happened. Inside the core area, there are large numbers of Tibetan antelope, and in the distance, there are snow-capped mountains. But the weather system is also quite significant. Hail is falling again, and there's a lake ahead. Oh, this Tibetan antelope is strange. It doesn't seem afraid of people, but it is still quite alert. As soon as you stop the car, it runs away. There's another group of Tibetan antelope. I don't know if they are migrating, but it looks like they are following the lead sheep in front. It looks like there are several hundred of them. I also passed by a beautiful lake, but I don't know which lake it is. But the color of the shore does not look like the crystallization of salt after drying. It looks like it has frozen. Because this place is quite cold, even at 2 to 3 in the afternoon. The outside temperature is only between 5 to 8 degrees. The weather doesn't seem very good either. It feels like the remote area is not just devoid of people, but that all of nature is also more violent. In just over 100 kilometers, I have experienced hail twice. At an altitude of 5,120 meters, I am close to Aruko. The weather is clearly not good. It looks like there's going to be another hailstorm ahead. At an altitude of 5,200 meters, my guess was right. The outside temperature is 5 degrees. It doesn't rain here. If it does, it will either be hail or snow. The hail is getting bigger and bigger, but fortunately, there are no surprises and I can still drive. In a place at an altitude of 5,000 meters, it actually started to snow. A vast expanse of white, with a large number of Tibetan antelope near Maimako. Even in the harsh weather, the scenery is still beautiful. The lake water is directly connected to the rain. It's quite beautiful, actually, a large one, and they have snow-capped mountains. And Camel Lake, which is also very beautiful. All the lakes in this area have snow-capped mountains behind them. In fact, I think Danjiang Lake is more beautiful than Maimako, which has more mistakes than successes. Wow, this is the 4th hailstorm today. The hail is really big. At an altitude of 5,200 meters, the temperature is only 1 degree, but the recording is still quite good, and the road is still paved. However, the altitude is very high. The entire journey has been at least 4,800 meters, mostly above 5,000 meters. Crescent Lake. It is only 130 kilometers away from the borders of Tibet and Xinjiang. The white surface on the lake is all frozen. Even at over 5,000 meters, it doesn't melt. It's now a little past 6 in the afternoon, and the sun is still quite high. You can see the road looking like it's boiling, but that's actually because it just snowed on the road. Then the sun shone on the asphalt road, and the temperature suddenly rose very high, causing the water to evaporate quickly. As I approached Haishi North Lake, I discovered a huge group of Tibetan antelopes starting from the lead sheep here, and extending all the way to the distant back. I think there must be about 500 of them. It is already 7:30 in the evening, but the sun is still so high. Today, I spent the whole day at around 5,000 meters, going back and forth between 5,000 and 5,001. But the road is very good, with new asphalt all the way. Look at how many Tibetan antelope there are.